Okay, so picture this. You've been potty training for weeks, maybe months. Your child knows what the toilet is. They've used it. You've celebrated. You've done the little dance. And then you're at the grocery store, or at a birthday party, or just standing in your own kitchen. And you look over. And you already know, before they say a word, before they say anything at all, because they never say anything. They just stand there. Maybe they go a little quiet. Maybe they do the thing with their legs. And by the time you catch it, it's already done. And you think, we've been at this for months. Why won't they just tell me? If you've been there, yeah, I see you. This one's for you. Let's say the quiet part out loud first. The whole premise of potty training, the way most of us were told it works, is that kids feel the urge, they recognize it, they tell you or walk themselves to the bathroom, and everyone moves on with their day. That is not always how it goes. And if your child is having accidents not because they don't know what the toilet is, not because they're scared of it, but because they simply never seem to register the signal in time, or they register it and don't act on it, that is a genuinely different problem. And it needs a different approach. This isn't about trying harder. It's about understanding what's actually happening. Here's what the research and developmental pediatricians tell us about this specific thing. Recognizing the urge to go is a skill, a real, learnable, physical skill. And for a lot of kids, especially kids who are high energy or intensely focused on play, or kids with certain sensory profiles, that internal signal is genuinely harder to notice. Think about it like this. An adult who's been sitting quietly and working can feel a low-level urge starting to build well in advance. A 3-year-old in the middle of a game that is the most important game of their entire life? That signal might not break through until it's urgent. And at that point, there's no window. There's no go tell someone. There's just too late. So if you've been frustrated that they're not telling you, it might not be defiance. It might not even be laziness. It might be that by the time they know, there's genuinely nothing to tell you. That doesn't mean you're stuck. It means you have to work with their body, not just their behavior. All right, 4 things that actually help. Let's go. Number 1, take telling out of the equation. At first. This sounds counterintuitive because the goal is for them to tell you. But if the urge to signal window is too small, you can't build the habit of telling when accidents are still happening faster than communication can. What works better is scheduled toilet trips, every 60 to 90 minutes. Not asking, do you need to go? But saying, it's toilet time. Same phrase, same calm routine. No negotiation, no drama. You're not waiting for them to feel it. You're catching it before the urgency hits. This isn't a step backward. It's a bridge. You're creating successful dry stretches so their body and brain can start to associate the internal signal with something that happens before the accident. That association is what you're building toward. Number 2, teach them to notice the signal, not just respond to it. This is the part most potty training advice skips entirely. At a calm moment, not during an accident, not right after one, you can start talking to your child about what their body feels like before they need to go. Sometimes your tummy might feel a little funny, or your body might feel sort of wiggly. That's your body telling you something. You're not lecturing. You're giving them language for something that's been happening without words. Some kids, once they have a name for the feeling, start noticing it. Not every child, but enough that this step is worth doing. You can also do this during successful trips. When they go on a scheduled toilet visit, you can say afterward, "Did your body feel anything before you went?" A little pressure? A little something? Low-key, no big deal, just starting to build the awareness. Number 3, reduce the time cost of getting there. A lot of accidents happen not because there was no signal, but because getting to the bathroom felt like too much. Clothes with too many fastenings, shoes that need to come off, a bathroom that's upstairs when they're downstairs. You'd be amazed how much friction reduction helps. During active training, easy-off clothing makes a real difference. Elastic waistbands, not buttons. Close access to the bathroom during the highest accident times of day. Some families put a portable training toilet in the main living area for a few weeks. Not forever, just during the transition. You're trying to shrink the gap between "I feel it" and "I'm there." Because for kids with a smaller window, every second matters. Number 4, stop making accidents a big event, in either direction. This is the one that's hardest to actually do, because accidents are inconvenient and frustrating, and you're tired. But here's what the research on toilet training actually shows. High emotional reactions to accidents, whether that's frustration, disappointment, or even excessive reassurance, increase anxiety around the process. And anxiety narrows the window further. Stressed kids have a harder time noticing body signals, not an easier time. What works is a matter-of-fact response. Oops, we had an accident. Let's get changed. Same words, same tone, same calm. Not cold, just steady. And when it goes right, when they make it, when they tell you, when the scheduled trip works, low-key acknowledgement is fine. You don't need a full production. You did it. Nice work. And move on. You're trying to make this feel like a normal, manageable part of life. Not a test. Not a performance. Not something to be anxious about. I want to say something before we finish, because I think it matters. If you've been at this for a long time and accidents are still happening regularly and nothing you've tried has made a dent, it is okay to mention it to your pediatrician. Not because something is necessarily wrong, but because for some kids, there are sensory or developmental factors that make this genuinely harder, and knowing that changes what you do next. You don't have to be at a crisis point to bring it up. We've been potty training for several months, and accidents are still very frequent, is a completely normal thing to raise at a checkup. This isn't you failing. This is you getting the right information. And for everyone else, the ones in the middle of it, who are doing the laundry and the scheduled trips and the calm, oops, let's get changed. This process is slower for some kids than anyone tells you in advance. That's real. And it doesn't mean you're doing it wrong. You're building something their brain and body have to actually learn. It takes as long as it takes. And every day you stay calm and consistent, even when it's hard, that counts. More than you know. If you're going to try one thing today, make it the scheduled trips. Set a timer. Every 90 minutes, it's just toilet time. Don't ask, don't negotiate. Just make it the thing that happens. Do that for a week and watch what shifts. Then come tell me in the comments, how long have you been in the thick of this? Because that's where I find out what the next video needs to be. If you're new here, hey, welcome. This channel is about the real side of parenting, not the version that makes it look easy. Subscribe if that's your kind of thing. I'll see you in the next one. You've got this.